So good morning, everybody, and welcome to Newfound Reads. My name's Julia Mayo, and I work at the A.C. Hunter Public Library. And Newfound Reads is a series of YouTube episodes that we do where I get a chance to talk to Newfoundland authors or authors that write about Newfoundland things. And today I'm really excited to be welcoming my friend Gary Collins. Welcome, Gary.
Hello, welcome. I'm glad to be with you.
Even virtually, yes.
Even virtually, although it's a bit of a pain for me to get through the electronics, but I'm glad to be here.
Your wife helped sort it out.
My wife Rose got me here. Thanks.
Your technical advisor.
Yes.
So are you in Hare Bay this morning?
I am in Hare Bay by the sea.
Oh, God bless you. It must be lovely out there, is it?
It is wonderful. The cormorants have returned for the season, and shags, we call them.
Yeah?
And they dive beneath my window.
Oh, wow. What a sight.
Nice, isn't it?
And so I sent you a few questions. They're just little conversational things. Your new book that you have out is called Red Jack. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Red Jack started, Red Jack is the last of a trilogy of books. Red Jack started in the book The Cracky and followed through in the book of The Place. And he was such a powerful character that between me and my publisher, we decided to give him his own title, which is Red Jack. And Red Jack was a man whose name was Jack, had red hair, and called Red Jack, kind of a derogatory term because he was a fish culler. And back in the day when a culler, hired by the merchant, called every fish and determined the price of every fish, he wasn't very well liked.
No, I can imagine.
Just how it was back in the day. And but the book is more than fish culling. It takes the characters to Suvla Bay and in the Dardanelles for the First War and back through Newfoundland and up to the turn of the 19th century.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
You weren't always a writer.
No, even now, if you had asked me what I do, I would say a logger. I grew up in the logging industry, and I still work in the sawmill with my son today. He's the third generation after 52 years.
Wow.
So yeah, I've always been I've got an affinity for things of the woods, and
you feel more yourself out there, do you?
And this time of year now, it's springtime. As a matter of fact, I did a song has been recorded still on the drive, and I was amazed. Like if I go to a school and I say to the students that I was on a log drive, didn't know what a log drive was. And anybody cut it short. I did log drives for 32 years and with our own logging industry. And this is the time of the year you would do it. And I'm still reminded of it when I see the spring snow start to melt and the river's swollen. I always think about log drives. But for my song, the log drives are still going on with trucks.
So you're a logger and a singer and a music writer and a writer. So do you feel more like a writer or a storyteller?
Storyteller. Definitely storyteller. I'm always, and I've been asked this question many times. I'm always reminded. I grew up in a time of oral storytelling, and without electricity and so on. And the men would gather at my mother's kitchen table at night, especially the wintertime, long winter nights when it got dark at 4. And they would gather in by the lamplight, and they would tell their stories. And I was an only child, and I listened in the kitchen. There was nowhere else to go anyway. It was too cold to get away from the.
You couldn't have got away from the stories even if you wanted to.
No, besides, and it was cold everywhere else in the house. So I listened, and I found it, and I loved it. They would tell stories about ships that went adrift with bare poles, meaning all the sails were stripped from the masts. And they would tell stories about black bears that broke down the door and stole loaves of bread from under the bunks while they slept. And this is the kind of thing. And they were specific and really got into it and got animated with their stories. And when I write today, I still remember those old fellows. And now I guess I'm an old fellow myself. that's how I try to portray my thoughts upon the page, to tell a story, not just write a story, but tell a story.
So writing came to you later in your life after you had all your youthful adventures.
Nights in a logging camp when the boys be playing poker and different things, I would usually be writing. I do what I call romantic geography, and I always write about how the moon filter down to the mysteries of the forest at night, or how the sun sparkled on the water early in the morning, and how the snow crunched under your feet when you walked on it, and that kind of thing. I would get carried away, and all of a sudden I had 5 or 6 paragraphs written about nothing, and I always loved doing it.
Well, it's been really successful for you. 15 books, and one of my favorites is your children's book, What Colors the Ocean?
Yes.
And I love that book. The illustrations are beautiful. The words are just meaningful, and it is a lovely children's book. But as an adult, I enjoy it.
So I hope you sing it. You know it's a song.
Oh, I do. I do. You and I sang it together for a story time one time. Yeah, I was humming it to myself on the way to work today when I was thinking about our
Yeah.
conversation. So
Colors the ocean today. Yeah, that's right. It is done
we've got
well.
it is, and it's it touches so many people, and it can, it touches so many people, and it hits on so many different points. And yeah, no, it's just a lovely story, and the fact that you wrote it for your granddaughter means even more.
Yes, it means very much to me too. I mean, more than any other book in terms of what we just talked about. You and I talked earlier about uh, children and adults, and people ask me, well, what age group is What Color the Ocean is? Well, I'm 70 and I enjoy it. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I still sing it. So so my last question is, Newfoundland features prominently in all your books. Would you say that it's a character all to itself?
the island itself,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely. Newfoundland, there was this terrific shape, like some kind of serrated triangle, sitting on the edge of North America as if it's guarding the entrance to everything that's west, is a definite character.
Yeah.
It's anchored here, immovable, and the rock that it is a wonderful place. And all the stories around and on this island abound. They abound as much as the sea that rolls up its cliff. So yes, Newfoundland for me is a definite, definite character.
Well, thank you, Gary, for spending a few minutes with me today. And we look forward to all the next 15 books that you have. I know that you have 1,000. You probably have 1,000 in your head, but
If I can live long enough.